welcome back to my page. My name's Laura. I'm with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hi when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me and let me know that you're here. Maybe where you're watching from today too. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Hope you guys had a fantastic Easter. I'll tell you a little bit about my day as we go on with this video. And in just a minute, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you jump on, type in this keyword. I'm going to send you a message completely free of charge, you guys, with information for the supplies that we're using tonight. Now, listen, it's information and it's free. So there's no reason you to not type in that keyword. Go ahead and grab that information, click around to all of the stuff, and get all that stuff, all right? So the keyword for tonight is bird, B-I-R-D. Type bird in the comments. And you guys, let's see real quick if Facebook is going to be kind to me or if they're going to make me jump through hoops to see your comments tonight. Hopefully they're going to be kind. Hi, Karen. Hello, Leanne. Hi, Connie. Hi, Lori. Oh, let's see if they're going to scroll tonight or if they are going to pause. Bird is the keyword today, you guys. Bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird's the word. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that song in so long. Oh, it looks like Facebook is not being kind to me, so you guys give me just a second here. Let me try to pull this up the other way and see if I can get this to work. These comments. Hello, Darlene. Hello, everybody. Hi, Joni. I don't want to have to lean over in order to see the video the entire night. That's just annoying to me. It's just, and I'm going to end up putting my shirt right in the paint if I do that. Oh, let's see here. What do I got to do now? Oh, I think that this might do it. This might do it, you guys. All right, Facebook, if you're listening, if you're watching right now, please knock it off. Please knock it off. Let the comments come through because it's getting a bit ridiculous right now, to be quite honest with you. All right, let's see if it'll work. Hi, Frankie. Hey, Dana. Thank you so much. Hello, Anne. Happy Easter to everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments, but I probably did trying to figure this out. Hi, Penny. Hello, everybody. Hi, James. Hello, everyone. My goodness. Hi, Jackie and Tammy and Darlene and Joni. Hello, Karen and Leanne. Hello, everybody. All right, it looks like they're going now. Hi, Terry. Hello, Deb. One thing is that it freezes on my face in one particular spot the whole rest of the video. While I'm trying to find the comments, I have to look at myself going, but that's okay. Hi, Brenda. Hello, everybody. Happy Easter. All right, so we're going to start off with a project tonight that I think you guys are going to love. There is a show that came back for yet another season that, well, I've been watching, just started watching the next season that just came on, and it's called Bridgerton. Maybe some of you guys are Bridgerton fans. Maybe you are not. Oh, she didn't flip her camera. See, I don't flip my camera either. I turn my whole phone around. So, it's not a camera flip because I've got a separate screen there that I use just to be able to see that. So it's not like I don't camera flip. So I can't be that for me. Got to be that for other people. Hi, Florine. All right, hi, Leah. All right, so you guys, this right here is the surface we're going to use tonight. And we're going to go with more, we're going to attempt to do a Regency style project. Okay, so Regency, if you guys have seen Bridgerton, is that style from back in that era. And I really, really love that style. So we're, like I said, we're going to attempt to do something more Regency tonight, which is not really my forte. It's not what I tend to gravitate toward, but I thought, let's give this a try, just to see what we can come up with, okay? Happy Easter, everybody. So, you guys, it's official. My kids do not believe in the Easter Bunny anymore. Nope. Not happening. They're not believing in the Easter Bunny. And so, because of that, I did not bother to wake up early today to put their baskets together. Nope. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. Evan woke up and he's like, Mom, I didn't get an Easter basket. And I'm like, well, buddy, that's because Mom slept in and I didn't put them together yet. So give me a couple of minutes. Oh, and so thank you, Marge. Hi, Pam. And so they're not believers of the Easter Bunny anymore like they used to be. And so but they were thrilled with all the things they got in their Easter baskets. The kids got these things called Bunny Lulus. I guess it's some big, huge TikTok trend thing right now, and they're super cute little bunny rabbit toys, and they both loved those. Absolutely loved those. So, and then a bunch of candy. And then we took them to the movies today, and we saw the new Mario Galaxy movie, which was really, really good. All right, so you guys, here is the frame right here, again from the Dollar Tree. It's really cute. I have not seen these in a long time, but I've had this one in my stash for quite a while. We're finally going to use it. And it's got a piece of cardboard here that'll fit right behind it. So we're actually going to use this as our surface tonight. And then this is the backer sheet that we can use as well, okay? Thank you so much for sprinkling. Hi, Hope. So we're going to start off by just painting these couple of pieces here with a color that I think really, really goes with that Regency era, okay? It's by Folk Art, not Waverly, you guys. Folk Art also makes the chalk paint. Hi, Christina. Hello, everybody. And this particular one is called French Linen. French Linen by Folk Art. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I got this one at Michael's. Hello, everybody. Thanks for sprinkling, Tammy. Hi, Tanya and Jerry. And I need to give this a good shake because I haven't used French linen in a minute, and it is all separated. Big time all separated. So we just had a good old time. You guys, actually, after the kids got their Easter baskets, I went back to bed. I went back to bed, and I slept from midnight last night until noon today with about an hour of wake-up time to get the kids their Easter baskets. I was tired, and I needed that sleep really badly. And then I woke up, and I felt so much better. You took your grandsons to see the Mario movie today, too? Did you like it? I thought it was great. Thanks, Darlene. Hi, Christina. All right, that is well shaken now, and I just love this color. I think this is going to be perfect for this project. So we're going to start off just by painting both of these. That way it gives us a fresh palette to work with. I'm going to use my favorite brush because it's my favorite. And we're just going to give this, oh, that is a really pretty color. I'm going to try to get this in all the cracks and nooks and crannies. I might have to give this 2 coats. We're just going to have to see what happens here. But we are going for that. It's called Regency style, you guys. Hi, Lisa Marie. So to anybody that I didn't get back to this weekend, I will get back to you tomorrow. I've honestly, you guys, these last couple of weekends, I have just been kind of turning off the social media and focusing on my family. And I used to feel bad about doing that, but I don't anymore. And so it's just all about just being a mom over the weekends and being a wife and just being a friend and doing the things and making the most of everything. And so if you guys don't see me posting on the weekends or anything, that's why. I have just decided that I deserve that break from social media just like everybody else does every once in a while. Hi, Kathy. And I need it. I need it because then I come back and I feel like inspired and I'm ready to craft again. Hi, Dottie. How are you guys doing? So let's see what we can make happen with just 1 coat of this French linen, but I really think we're going to need 2 coats. What a gorgeous color. Hi, Amanda. Isn't that beautiful? And you can still see a lot of that gold through there, too. I'm trying not to get on these little lever things. Let's push these back in. Okay. See if we can get half of this painted, and then we'll dry that up so I can hold on to the other half. I think that's going to make it a lot easier. Hello, Brenda. But I think this project is going to turn out fantastic. Hi, Patty. All right, let me dry this up real quick, and then we're gonna, that way I can hold it up here to paint the rest of it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yesterday, you guys, we have so much rain. So much rain. It's an insane amount of rain lately. And our backyard is completely flooded. There's a whole bunch of areas around here, around us, where the roads are closed because you can't get through because there's so much flooding going on. And we took advantage of that yesterday and went out in the backyard. All 4 of us, as a family, went out in the backyard. I'm sorry, all 5 of us, you guys, dog included, went out in the backyard and took a big old walk through the woods. And we checked out our waterfalls back there, cleared out some of the spots that weren't draining well so we could like make a path for them to get to the ditch into that. And oh, Evan and Willow were splashing around like crazy, and Allie was complaining the entire time because she didn't want to get dirty. And she was so afraid that they were going to splash her. Hi, Wendy. So you guys, it seems like this country is pretty well divided right now as far as the 2 go. So what I want to know, let me know in the comments. Is your area soaked or dry as a bone? Because it seems like it was one of the 2. Either people were commenting on that video and saying, we just got hammered with rain too and everything around our house is flooding. Or they were going, send some of that here because it's so dry here that we need that rain. So which one is it for you? Are you underwater? Are you soaked? Or are you dry as a bone where you're at? Because it seems to be one of the 2 for everybody. You're still trying to recover from surgery, but surgery went well for you? Dry as the desert. Oh my gosh, dry for you. Dry as a bone. We had rain all day, but we needed it. You needed it there in North Carolina. So good. I'm glad you got it then. Dry for Pam. 12 plus inches of snow from Friday until Saturday. Snow? Lori says she needs the rain. I will send it all to you guys if I can. Just average in your part, not too wet and not too dry. Well, that's a good place to be. Soaked in Wisconsin. All right, you guys, we've got a first coat on that, but that did not cover it very well. Got just a little bit of rain for Missy. Just a little bit. We got way more than a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a good coat too, just because this might need to. Dry as a bone. We need 8 inches. You need 8 inches to get out of the drought. Oh my goodness. That's insane. You'd think that, I don't know, they're definitely doing something with the weather. You'd think that they'd at least get it right. I think that they're doing something. You're getting more snow tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh, California dry and fires. Oh no. Oh no. That's not what we want to hear. Some rain in Wisconsin, just a little bit though. It seems to be here in Michigan too, like lots of rain for the entire month of April. Lots of rain. All right, you guys, our first coat didn't give us exactly the look that I was going for. It definitely needs a second one. And you guys know I could have done that ahead of time, and prepped all of these pieces, but then you wouldn't see what they look like pre-prepped and know what to look for. But 2 coats is definitely doing it this time. So a second coat on here is all it's going to take. What a gorgeous color, too. What a gorgeous color. Not recently from Dollar Tree. Nope, I've had this one in my stash for quite a while. And just decided, as I was watching Bridgerton, that I wanted to try something that was like the Regency style. Won't let you join the live. Oh no, Carlene. I hope it's nothing that I did on my end. Facebook's messing up so bad right now, and I thought maybe today it would be better because they did another update. It's not better. It's not better at all. Not one bit. You need at least 12 inches? Oh my gosh. You guys, look at how beautiful that looks. Oh, I love that color so much. And I didn't think I was going to. I debated highly on whether I was going to do this color or if I was going to do my favorite, you guys, which is the starts with a P. Gosh, man, I am losing my mind today. Plaster. I love the plaster color. So, Carol, what are you going to do? Are you able to get it fixed? Did you get it towed? So, I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to make it on tonight because I wasn't sure if we were going to do an Easter dinner today or not. And we ended up not. Usually we do a big friends Easter dinner, but all my friends went on vacation for spring break and just got back yesterday. And so we didn't go. We didn't go because getting John to get 2 weeks off of work in the same month is kind of hard. And we just got back from that cruise, so. And now I got to call tomorrow and see if I can book another cruise because John actually won a cruise while we were on the cruise. And we have until tomorrow to redeem it. But I have been struggling trying to figure out how to redeem this darn thing. And so I think I have to call an agent. Either I have to have an agent figure it out tomorrow or we just don't redeem the cruise. You're on spring break this week. This color is called French Linen and it's by Folk Art. It's not the Waverly like I normally do. And it's gorgeous. So we're going to get this painted up and then I can go ahead and just set this down and let this dry the rest of the way. And we're going to come back to this piece a little bit later. But I needed to get it. Hi, Carol. You're a little late. That's okay. Glad you could make it. Happy Easter. All right, let's let these pieces dry. We'll put a second coat on this real quick just to give it, I don't know, make that color stand out a little bit, even though we're actually going to paint this again. But wait till you see what I'm doing with it. You'll have to see. Now it looks like this goes in the frame one of two ways. So I really need to take a look at what side is up and what side is down before I put my transfer on here and do what I'm going to do tonight. Okay? But that should be good. That should be good. Hi, Nancy. Okay, you guys ready? Now that we've got that all painted. I feel like the painting part takes forever every time. We need this piece immediately. Hi, Francesca. We're on spring break this week in Georgia. I planned crafting. Been in a little crafting lull. Girl, I get it. I did have a good day today. Thank you. I got lots of sleep. Having issues not being able, oh, I get it. Yeah. There's over-the-counter stuff you can take for that should help you. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and remove. It's still wet. But let's get this out of the way. Let that dry for a little bit over here. We'll come back and dry it the rest of the way if we feel that we need to. I'm freezing more tonight. I'll tell you what, you guys. It's the good old Facebook, the good old book of faces. But I don't know what else to do. And, you know, I actually started looking into something last night, not last night, but on Friday that had to do with Facebook. Then I got pulled away, and I got to look into that more because it might help out with some of these issues that I've been having. I just don't know. All right. It's almost like Facebook treats you well when you purchase all the things that they want you to purchase as a business owner and do all the things that they want you to do as a business owner. And I'm falling behind at bowing to their every demand. So I think I need to check out this new stuff that they're offering and partake so that maybe they'll be kind to me again. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because everything is like that these days, isn't it? Everything's like that. All right, let me just check this frame real quick and see if well, worst case scenario, it looks like the top of it is the flat part. So that's what we're going to go with. The top of it being the flat part. Okay. All right. So now that we've got this painted, we're going to go ahead and not use surface wax yet because we're actually going to throw some more paint on here in different spots. Okay. So we just want to make sure that this is nice and dry. Really, really nice and dry. Completely nice and dry. And then we're going to use this transfer here, y'all. I think that this is absolutely gorgeous. It's called What a Wonderful World. This is a B-size transfer, but we're only going to use part of this tonight. We're not going to use the entire thing. Just the bird. Just the bird. And it's going to look absolutely phenomenal. So I have this idea. It's not right, but that's the way that it goes. That's the way that it goes in this day and age. They're like, oh, you've been using this program. Well, then we're going to make our own program that's just like that program. And we want you to use ours instead of theirs. And if you do, we'll be kind to you. And if you don't, you will pay. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. All right, you guys, here we go. Now, we're going to use 2 different transfers tonight. And I want you guys to remember that we currently have a sale going on my site. Buy one, get one free transfers for all Perks members. So if you're a Perks member or a designer, you get buy one, get one free. And I can tell you right now that I did have somebody last week who's had card issues with her card, and her cart was over $400. And as soon as she updated her card so that she was getting her Perks membership discount, it went down to $75 from over $400. So it makes a huge, huge difference to have your Perks membership, okay? All right, you guys, we're going to start off with vanilla. Vanilla paste. And apparently mine was sitting on its side and got all yucky. And we're just going to put this bird right here, kind of in the center. I guess I want that branch to go over. Let's go right there. I think that that's pretty well centered for that bird right there on this piece. Oh no, just keep taking it, girl. Keep taking it and it'll probably start to work here pretty soon for you. All right, now we're not going to do the words on here. Hi, Becky. We're just going to do this beautiful, beautiful bird. So I'm going to take a little bit of transfer tape, or placement tape as they call it on the site. I'm going to fuzz my placement tape, you guys. It's going to make it so much easier to get off my transfer than it would if I use the tape right off the roll the way that it is. And I'm just going to place that right over, get the hair out from under it though, right over where that word is at, just so that I don't accidentally put the paste right through that spot, okay? Hi, Becky. How is life up in the UP of Michigan, girl? You guys still snowed in, or you guys just got a lot of rain and wetness right now? You guys, is that straight? It's not straight, but it doesn't even matter that it's not straight because it's going to look fantastic just like it is. I think I like the positioning of it. Hi, Annette. So we're going to grab some vanilla paste, and I'm just going to go over this entire bird. Okay? Now we're going to have to wash this transfer before we use it again, but that's okay because we are going to use it again. This is just to give us our coloring guides. See why I put the tape on there? Made it so much easier. This is going to give us our coloring guides to know where we're going to color in our bird. And I want to move relatively quickly because I did not use any wax on here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through it with our paste, come back over it really quickly with our squeegee. I'm located in Michigan, Jen. I'm not going to wax it because we're going to paint it. So you don't want to, we're going to like watercolor paint it. And if you've waxed it first, then your paint's not going to stick. So we gave it a really good fuzz, and then we're going to pull that up. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's beautiful. You can definitely buy the transfers without being a member. Absolutely you can. But as a member, you get 30% off all day, every day. It only costs $20 to be a member. And every time you pay that $20 each month, you get that $20 back in product credit to spend. So it's basically free to get that 30% discount. Hi, Margie. Thank you, Bobby. All right, so now that we've got this color on here, you can definitely tell where that bird is located. You guys see it? And I need to spray my transfer down just to be sure that it comes off easier. Hi, Donna. And now we can come back in and we can paint in this bird. And I'm going to use our Chalkology paint to do that. So I've got some espresso brown for the branch. I have, there's one other color that I did not get out, and I didn't put in the cart link because I didn't think about it, but I do want it, and that's this one here. It's called Papaya. Hopefully, okay, good. My papaya looks pretty good. All right, so we're going to use bark, papaya, then we're going to use the new Sea Glass Blue, and sage green. Sage green for this. So we're just going to grab a couple of paintbrushes here, and we can start painting in all of the areas where we want this painted in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start with that beak right there. Hopefully you guys can see this. The bird. We're going to start with the beak. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of papaya with a paintbrush and just color in the beak of this bird, staying within those lines. Just like a coloring book, you guys. Just like a coloring book. I think that that's the, I think that other little piece is the part underneath the beak. Honestly. I think that's all the beak part. No notification tonight. I swear I made it go off. I just don't know what's, y'all. I sent it out. I did send it. I did send it. Oh, I wonder if I get off my video here, maybe it'll stop freezing on this end. Now where'd it go? All right, so we've got our papaya for our beak. Right there, we're just coloring in all those spots. Trying to find the paintbrushes that we like the most, that aren't falling apart. Then I'm going to start off with some of this sea glass blue. Now, I'm not watering these down, mainly because before I came on here live, I did go through all of my pastes, and I checked them for their consistency, and I watered them all down and made sure they were perfect first, so that I didn't have to sit here and stir and water. Tonight, I actually did that this time, which I don't do all the time. So we're going to come back in with this sea glass blue. And I'm going to paint in the bird. Now, you can be sloppy with this. You can go right over top of all that vanilla. And you just want to stay within the outside lines, okay? So you can see I'm just going right over top of it. You haven't chalked in a couple weeks, Pam. Gotta get back at it, girl. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing at the end of the day to just sit down and let your creative mind go. It keeps you young, too. You're not getting the notifications either? Oh! I've got 3 different programs set up for notifications. So I just don't understand why they're not going through. Oh, this bird is going to look so pretty in this sea glass. And having that French linen in there is going to give it a little bit of some gray tones and some spots too. So I think I might come back in and do one more little pass with that. Maybe. You did get it? Okay, good. So some people do, some people don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Facebook, be kind to everyone. Be kind to all of my friends. Trying to be careful on this tail that I don't go outside the lines. And I'll show you guys that I'm just filling in the areas with the bird. I'm going to come back up here and just add a little bit more in a couple of spots just to brighten this birdie up a little bit. So there you can see now we've got this gorgeous blue tone for our bird. The broadcast channel didn't notify. Oh, okay. That one I can fix. What was that? I follow Jessica McCage. She's fun on Reels. She was on a cruise a couple weeks ago and her husband won a free cruise too. Maybe message her to see if she can help you redeem your free cruise. Oh, okay. I can try that. I think I just got to get a hold of because we could have booked it while we were on the cruise, but it's so hard when you've got 2 little kids. And we wanted to go back and kind of talk it over and see if it was even a possibility for our family before we committed to that. So doing it while we were on the cruise would have been a hard thing to do. So maybe that's what they did and why they've already got theirs booked. All right, you guys, we're going to go with some espresso for the branch. And I'm trying to have a steady hand here and keep it as clean as possible because I'm really, really, really excited and hopeful for how this one's going to turn out. And then I did it anyway. Went outside the lines. Oh, well. Have I used the Telegram app? Yes, I have, but I stopped using Telegram when I had so many subscribers on there. Well, when Facebook came out with the broadcast channel and I was able to get the broadcast channel, and I was paying like $40 a month for Telegram. And then it's one extra step that I've got to get set up before I can go live each night. It's kind of a pain in the butt. And so is Project Broadcast. You didn't go in tonight? Oh my gosh. Maybe it's because I haven't been live in a couple of days or even posted anything for you guys to comment on in a couple of days. I'm wondering if that matters. It might. Facebook might just be mad at me today. All right, so there's part of the brown for the branch. We're going to do the other branch. There's another one right here in brown too. And then we can come back in with these leaves. And then we can work on the rest of this design, which I think you guys are going to love when we get it done. Thank you, Carol. Okay, there's the branch. So quick and easy to paint with all of this. It's super, super easy to paint with this. And then last but not least, we've got sage green for the leaves. Okay, so the blue, orange, brown, and then some sage green leaves. I chose sage green just because it's a lighter green. And I think it's going to match the color tone of all of this a little bit better. Better than some of those darker ones will. So just adding some paste right on top there. Now when we come back and we do our transfer again, then we can wax this entire board up. Now that this has been all painted, having the wax on here first would have made this not stick quite as well because it's such a thin layer, and I've got my paste watered down pretty well right now for painting. All right, let's see. Hello, everybody. My kids have to go back to school tomorrow, and I'm kind of not looking forward to them going back to school because that also means I don't get to sleep in anymore. Did a YouTube video today to teach you how to install something. A turntable bracket between two boards. Oh, wow. Yeah, YouTube is great for a lot of stuff. I even get on there sometimes and try to find some inspiration, learn about new things. All right, let's see. We're almost there, you guys. We're almost to the next step. That green is going to look so good. And it all looks really good on top of that French linen, too. I got a little sloppy there, if that's okay. There we go. All colored in, okay? With 30 Dollar Tree crates, you must have a lot of paste, girl. You must have a lot of paste. All right, so there we have our bird. And we've got everything all painted in. Bought a bunch of aprons to do up. Ooh. For some shows coming up this spring. All right, now before... Oh no, man! Now before I clean my other transfer and lay that down, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna paint the background on this. Now that this is done, you guys, it's gonna seem backwards, but I promise you it's not. Had an event with my products at the farmer's market in my neighborhood trying to get my stuff to sell. Oh, Donna, how much? Did you do well, though? Did you do good? All right, so now that I got the bird, now I want to come back in and I want to paint the background. And the reason that I didn't do that first is because I didn't want to have this pink background behind my bird, okay? I wanted that to stay with the same color as the frame to give that gray tone behind the bird. So we're going to use Peachy Keen, and I'm going to paint around that bird, but I'm going to do this before I put my transfer back down. That way, if there's any gaps between the lines, then that transfer is going to cover that right back up. Okay, so we're going to do a Peachy Keen background. Probably going to have some of that French linen kind of peeking through there a little bit. And we're just going to go around that bird. Hopefully you guys can see that. Because that Regency era is a lot of pinks and blues and greens and honestly a lot of like Eastery colors. Thank you. So trust the process here. Because it will turn out amazing. I might have to add a little bit more water to my paste though. It's kind of thicker than I thought it was going to be. Even though I went through with it first. But that just kind of gives it a little bit more, I don't know if you guys can see that there's some of that French linen coming through there. But it gives it a little bit more dimension. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of water over here and stir this up. And see if we can't get this to paint a little bit gentler, a little smoother. It's going to be gorgeous, Pam. Trust me, trust me, trust me. See, now I think I got too much paint, or too much water. Trust my process, lady. That's better. As long as I don't get sloppy with it, that's better. And I did just a little bit by that bird's beak. Y'all, this is Peachy Keen, yes. This is Peachy Keen. And it's that really, really pretty light pink color. I think it's gorgeous. Especially for this time of year. Trust the process. If I would have done the entire thing pink at the beginning, then I would have had a pink like undertone for the bird instead of the French linen as the undertone for all of the colors. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hope I'm describing it well. No worries, y'all. And I'm moving fast, but you could definitely go slower. Paint it in a little bit more accurately, probably than what I'm doing right now. but the idea is to give you the idea. All right. We're so close. Also hoping that my camera gives you guys the full effect of this too. Okay, we've got our peachy keen painted in. Hi, Sandy. Brenda. So I slept most of the day today. And I needed it. Oh, I needed it. So badly did I need it. All right, you guys. Now that we've got this part on here, we've got that peachy keen on there, you can see that it's going to actually kind of fall into that gray tone we've got in the back and not quite be as bright of a pinky color as what it had been in the past, okay? I want to make sure I've got this really dry in all the spots, all the way through. Hi, Sandy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our other pattern. We're not coming back to our bird just yet. The bird's going to be the last thing that's going to kind of give us that wow factor, okay? So here's our next transfer that we're going to do. Remember, our transfers are currently buy one, get one free for perks, numbers, and designers. So we're going to take this one here that's called Retro Prints. And I'm going to go with this design here, and we're going to create our background where that pink is at. We're going to give some pattern to that pink, okay? Now, I didn't cut this apart before, and I'm not quite sure why. But I'm going to do that now, because it's going to make things easier for me to just deal with the one pattern. There we go. I did have a good Easter. My kids were really, really happy with all the things that they got from their... Allie got a lot of jewelry because she got her ears pierced 2 weeks ago on Saturday. Next week, she can finally take out those earrings from the piercing, and then she can put new earrings in next week. So she got a whole bunch of new earrings. And Evan's basket looks really full and hers did not. Y'all. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. And as you get older, your basket starts to look less and less and less and less. And then when you're my age, well, you just eat out of your kid's basket. Oh, you sneak those jelly beans every chance you get, right? All right. Here we go. You guys, let's take some of this. Yes, another transfer, bam! So we're going to take our wax now, and we're going to wax up this entire thing. The entire thing, okay? So we're going to put our wax on here, wax on with our surface wax. I said we're going Regency, girl. Wax on. That's going to protect all of this from being pulled up with the adhesive on our transfer when we put the next transfer down, okay? And then we're going to grab our towel here and we're going to wax this back up. Hi, Pam. I saw that. Yay, you guys. Pam is our newest Perks member. I will get you welcomed in properly and get your welcome gift in the mail starting tomorrow, okay? I agree with that, Brenda. Today has just been, well, it's a weekend, and I spent time with my kids on this holiday. So I'm back to work full-time tomorrow. While the kids are in school and not around to ask me questions every 5 minutes. All right, you guys. Okay, I need to buff that more. Remember last time I didn't buff it well enough? And then it pulled up, and I don't want to do that again. So really good buff on that. Now we're going to grab that transfer that I just fuzzed. Oh, actually, I don't want to put this down yet. You guys, we're going to mix the color. We're going to mix some Peachy Keen now. You all, are you ready for this? Peachy Keen, which is that background color. And I'm going to mix some Peachy Keen with Shimmer Melon. Shimmer Melon is this gorgeous, brighter pink color. It's still a bit brighter than what I want for this. And so, I actually think I want, let's go less Peachy Keen to start with. And then we're going to mix this with some Shimmer Melon to get a brighter pink for that background, but not super bright. I want to see it, but I don't want it to be overpowering and be super, super in your face. See, and I'm glad I put some of that Peachy Keen back. I actually think I want more Shimmer Melon to do this. Hi, Joni. Or hi, Joanne. 1 year, you didn't get a basket. Oh, no. Everybody should get a basket every year. I'm going to go a little bit darker than that still. Just to have that darker tone on there. And actually, I'm debating. I think, you guys, just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. Where is it at? I'm going to throw just a smidge. Just a smidge of some Nominee, apparently, because I thought that was Shimmer Gold, but it's not. It's Nominee. Just a smidge. A smidge. I mean, the smallest little smidge of some Nominee in here, just to see if that'll give us more of that rosy gold color. The smallest smidge. It doesn't take much at all of that gold to go a long way. Yeah, that's all that it needed. Just that little bit. All right, so now we have a color that's darker than that Peachy Keen that we started off with. Now we're going to take that Retro Prince Transfer. Made a basket for your husband and your dog, and you got nothing. I'm not surprised, because that's generally how it goes. Oh, girl. Well, you know what? It's small steps. Small steps, because you learn with each one. All right, let's put our Retro Prints down on here now. And I can see where my bird is at. I can see where my branches are at. And I can see where those leaves are at, because they're already colored in. So you guys see how you can see where all of that is, all your birds and your branches and everything else. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our paste, our squeegee, and then we're going to drop it on the floor, and then we're going to grab another one. And I'm grabbing a mini that's been cut in half, a mini squeegee that's cut in half. Hi, Arlene. And we're just going to take this, and we're going to go through this here. Now, you guys, I'm not trying to be perfect with this. I'm actually trying to be imperfect with this for our pattern on the back, and I want to avoid my bird at all costs. Okay, so you don't have to get every single thing. We're just trying to gather up some of that pattern on the back there. Just to get some of that Regency era going. But if you try to be perfect with your paste right now, it's not going to look aged. So you actually want to purposely miss some spots. I don't know how else to describe that. You want to get it in there, but you don't want to fill it all in. Which is actually a great thing when you're doing a transfer like this, because when you're trying to get around things. And so you can really just kind of like sloppy go with it. Thank you. But you do want some in all of the different spots, if that makes sense. Now let's grab a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and pull up on that just to be sure that that doesn't start to... That is gorgeous, my friends. Oh, I will show you in just a little bit. It's gorgeous. So I'm just going around those leaves. Again, not trying to be perfect, just kind of pulling it through there, getting that pattern on. But intentionally missing some spots just so it looks aged. Okay, are you guys ready? I hope that you guys can really see this. Which way do I hold it? Like that. So you guys see how that pattern is in there, but it's so subtle. So subtle. It's not perfect. It's beautiful. And you can just see it behind that bird. I think that that looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the color, I think, was just spot on. Because you can see it, but it's not overpowering, so it's definitely making a good background. All right. Are we ready to finish this thing up real quick then? Because I think that that looks great. Let's move all these colors out of the way. And let's get this thing dried up. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Dryer. Where's my dryer? There's my dryer. Underneath everything. Under everything is my dryer. So that's all going to come through when we put the transfer back down. You're going to see how that looks. So we're going to give this a good dry. And then we need to clean that first transfer that we used, okay? So we're just going to grab our transfer that had the bird on there. I'm going to pull off that tape, and it's going to come off easily because remember, I fuzzed that tape first. We'll put a new piece down in just a little bit. Now, my board eraser should have been washed last time, but it wasn't. So it's all full of red. But that's okay. And I'm just going to use... Yeah, it almost does look like it's embossed. Rest is definitely number one, and I don't get anywhere near enough of that. On school nights with my kids, maybe 5 nights a week. 5 hours a night. It's tough. So when they don't have school, I make sure I get a solid 8 hours. And sometimes even that's not enough for me. All right, so we did the front section, the front side with our board eraser. We're going to do the same thing on the back, and I probably should have. I definitely should have ran my lint brush over this. Over my towel first, because it does have a lot of dog hair on it, and a lot of my hair is on it, apparently. But we're just removing all of that vanilla paste that we started off with. Right out of there. On the front and on the back. These are reusable silkscreen transfers. So when you wash it, that stickiness is going to disappear momentarily. And as soon as it dries, that stickiness comes right back. But try to get all your hairs and furs and all that kind of stuff off of there. That's why it's best to do this at a sink and not necessarily on a towel. But you make do with what you got. All right, I'm going to put this back down here because I'm going to use it again. And I just got water all over the place. Okay, you guys, the last finishing bits coming up here real quick. So now that this is clean, I'm going to grab my fuzzing cloth again. Oh, doesn't she? She loves the backyard. That dog, I kid you guys not, she is living the good life here with us. If I were a dog, I would want me as a dog mom. And that's the truth. You guys, she's spoiled rotten, but she's such a good girl. And as soon as the day comes when she doesn't run inside and jump in the tub, it'll be over with. Not really, but she does. She comes in the house and I just say tub and she runs right to the tub and she jumps right in. So I have no problems at all giving her a bath after she's been outside running around in the mud and in the water. And I'm like, well, listen, there's no reason for me to not let her enjoy herself when I don't have to force her to clean up afterwards. And she stays in the tub and she doesn't shake until I tell her to. And like, she's just the best dog ever. And so she spends all of her time that she can outside with us. All summer, all the time. Of course, there's a piece of something right there. Okay, I am going to go ahead and just lightly put some heat over this to dry it up just a little bit more. Very, very, very light heat, you guys. You don't want to melt your transfer, but you can definitely dry it with a little bit of heat, and it doesn't take much. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and give this another fuzz real quick. And we're on to the last little bits. Okay, good fuzz again. And now we can lay this right back down. Let me get my paste out first. We're going to use black velvet, you guys. Black velvet, just to give us all of those gorgeous lines on this bird. And fill in all of the detail work. This is where the detail comes in. So we're going to lay it down right over top of where it was before. Lining it up as best as we can. I don't think it gets much better than that right there where it's at. Grab a little bit more of that placement tape. How did I lose it? There it is. It's up there. Just to be sure that I don't go through that area. Fuzz that real well to make it easier to pull up when we're done. And we're just going to go over this entire thing now with black velvet to fill in all of that detail. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I hope that this... Oh, I hope I didn't just get in the A. And then once again, with your squeegee, just come back over there and remove any of those extra lines of paste that you've got. All right, you guys. Here we go. And then we're gonna finish it up with our frame real quick. Are we ready? We're seeing this for the first time together. Why is my transfer folding? Here we go. Y'all, if that's not just the most stunning, beautiful picture, that bird is gorgeous. I love the blue. I love the orange. And as soon as you put that transfer back down, you put that black on there, put all the detail through, it is just magnificent. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys, comment bird for the link to all the supplies and all the information about all the things. BOGO sale going on right now on the transfers. Thank you. All right, now let's finish up this project. Okay, let's dry this up real fast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. It's that transfer, I'm telling you what, it's got so much detail to it. And as soon as you pull it back up, that's what does it. That's what does it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put our frame back together. Let's make sure that this is dry. It's not. It sat over there the entire time, and yet it's not quite dry yet. Thank you, Linda. So let's finish giving this a quick dry. This tool is going to make easy work of that now that it's been sitting there for a while. Now, we're not done with the frame yet either. So, can Magic Eraser work to remove paint off your transfer? If your board eraser doesn't take the paint off, Magic Eraser is not going to do anything more than that. I would try to use a combination of Dawn Power Wash and your board eraser. That is so smart. Well, hi, Cynthia. Welcome. You have a bunch of these frames along with the square ones. Girl, get them out and use them. These frames are highly sought after. Highly sought after. Oh, I did do it right, too. Because I wasn't sure 100% what side was the top and what side was the bottom. And I guessed. And I think I guessed it right. I know I guessed it right. All right, we got this back in here. Then we're going to work on beautifying this frame just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys! Oh, how beautiful is that? Oh my goodness. Do you guys get French Promenade from this? Do you guys get the vibes that I'm going for with this? I hope you do. All right, so you guys, we're going to grab a couple of things here. We're going to bring out that blue sea glass paste that we started with, okay? And I'm going to grab a paintbrush here, and I want to try to find one that's more stiff bristled. Like this one here. This is a stippling brush. Maybe that's not the right one. No, that's not the right one. Let's go with this one. This is a more flat one, okay? And I'm just going to grab a little bit of this paste on this brush. And I'm gonna remove some of that paste as well. I don't want this to be thick on here. And we're just gonna go so lightly around the frame with that blue. Oh, Teresa, these frames are like gold now. Nobody can find them anymore. Just to incorporate some of that. Ooh, that was a bit much, but that's okay. Just dry brushing some of that blue onto this frame. Had a couple spots where it was a little bit heavy, so we're going to make a couple more spots where it's a little heavier. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that blue that's on there now. And how it's just lightly rubbed on there. I can't tell what you guys can see and what you can't see because my camera doesn't give me the right angle. And once I've got that on there, you guys, the frame is from Dollar Tree from like last year or maybe even the year before. I've not seen them since. And when I found them, I picked up a bunch of them. And now I've got them sitting here and I want to use them. All right, you guys, the last thing, we're going to grab some gilding wax. We're going to grab some gilding wax because if you guys know that Regency era, there's a lot of golds in there, okay? So I'm going to grab another brush. This time I think I will grab that stenciling one, that round one that I started to have, and then I got rid of it and put it back, and now I've got it again. And we're just going to grab some of this gold gilding wax, which, by the way, is on sale for Perks members and designers right now. We're going to put some of this on there. What are they called? I honestly don't know what they're called. It's just, you got to look for this one at the Dollar Tree. I don't even know if they have a name. They're just in with the frames. We're going to take this gold gilding wax now, and I'm just going to brush this right along all of the top parts. This beautiful frame at the top, you guys. And you can go as light or as dark as you want with the gilding wax. But I'm going to try to just stay for the most part on this molding area at the top. See, I might need to grab a little bit more. It's just called an oval chalkboard frame. Oh, I feel like I want even more gold. It's still not enough gold to my liking. I'm really going to smush it in there. And then, of course, I've got to put it up here, too. Okay? So just going around. Bird is the keyword, y'all. Bird is the keyword. I want this to be even, so I'm going to take a look at it in just a second and see if there's any more spots that need some more. You guys, I think that we should also go a little bit of this around the edges on here on the frame itself. Like right here on the edge. Just to kind of bring that gold together. Bird, 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 bird's the word. because I feel like it needs it on the edge. And then maybe also on the edge of this one. Again, very lightly, and I'm getting it all over my fingers. I will have to wait for that to dry, but heck, I like how it works coming off my fingers anyway. All right, you guys. I think we've got it done. I think it looks fantastic. I think I need to wash my hands first before I lift this up, because I have a lot of gilding wax all over my fingers. But, y'all, here we have our Regency style bird and frame that I believe is absolutely wonderful. What do you guys think? Do y'all love it? Do you guys love it? Do you like the Regency style in the back there with the pattern behind the bird, the blues and the pinks together with the gold on there? Y'all, I think that turned out fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, I think. And I hope you guys loved this tutorial. Thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you. So I hope you guys love this. Be sure to look at some of your like Goodwills and stuff like that for frames as well. Salvation Army and Goodwill, and maybe the Salvation Army, like the home decor place, maybe even might have some of things that are similar to this. Okay, so check there for frames. Of course, garage sales are coming up soon, at least in my area. They might already be around your area. Grab some frames at some garage sales too, because you never know what you might find and what you can make absolutely beautiful with it. Okay? All right, you guys, that's it for me for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything, then send me a message. And bird is the key word for this video, so type that in to get the information for tonight. Thank you so much, Pam. Again, my name is Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs, and I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Time with another tutorial. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Easter. Love you so much, and thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.